I found the opportunity to connect the library with Black Girls Code because I was surprised at what the library was doing and amazed and astounded about the resources that were available to everybody. And I wanted to share that. And so that's where we collaborated together with Black Girls Code and the Miami-Dade County Public Library System to kind of start bringing and connecting the community together. And our effort has been in the world, the careers are changing, and digital literacy and knowing the internet is one thing. But now as the world starts to do more things with their mobile devices and their laptops and do things more working from home, the world needs 3D content, and everything that we build, every machine that's in your house, even this mouse, right? Somebody modeled this in 3 dimensions and said, this is going to be the shape of it. And then somebody shoved a bunch of electronics inside of it and makes it work. But this was originally a 3-dimensional model that somebody had to design with all the little indentations and the little knobby thing here and what it looks like. And then a material scientist comes in and says, we want to use this texture or this paint or this rubberized material. And then the electrical engineers come in and shove all the components on the inside to make it work. And then software developers come in and make your computer understand what this thing does and moves. But the world of 3D is changing, especially with things like 3D printers, which the library also has access to. And so that's where, like, teaching you girls and you kids about the world of 3D is what they're trying to do. The library has all these amazing tools and things that are available to you. And now we're showing you what tools you can use online on your computer at home to make 3D stuff. And then once you make that 3D stuff, you could go to the library to get it printed. And now you can make a 3D keychain, which was like the first session that we did that Dinah and the team put together and shared with you. And now we're moving into, now let's make those 3D objects do things. And that's where this Tinkercad comes in. Not Tinkercad, Tynker comes in. And that's what we're gonna do today. And it's really exciting to share with you the things that you're gonna need in the future in the world as you age and grow older. And now the team is gonna share with you the tools that are available to you that the library has access to and you have access to as well.
Awesome, extremely well said. So Leonard, did you want to say your piece as well?
I'm just sad that these sessions are coming to an end. For us, we new beginning, but I appreciate everybody for attending these last couple of weeks. It have been really engaging, and we just excited to continue just to work with the library and figure out more ways to collaborate and just give more opportunities to everybody to learn a little bit more. Thank you, everybody.
Fantastic. It's been our pleasure. I'm just going to share the screen really quickly. I'm going to show you the same thing I was showing you a moment ago. Just as Denise was talking about, some of the things that we have in our spaces. See if I can do this, and there we go. So you guys are seeing the Techno bus right there. You guys can see that screen, right? So that's the Techno bus, which is a huge, you can see how big that vehicle is, and it's just loaded up with all kind of technology. We have a little 3D printer on there, music, pianos, and all Mac computers and PCs. What else? You guys help me out here.
Yeah, the Magic Leap we have.
Yep,
we have the keyboards with the music.
That's the Magic Leap spatial computing device that Denise was talking about. She's one of the people who helped design that and promote and present that to the world. So we have those available. I'm sorry, Hector, I just want to jump in on that.
No, perfect. Yes, we also have the laptops with many programs such as Photoshop, GarageBand, Tynker, which we're gonna do today.
Oh yeah, and the cameras. We have all these digital cameras on board, and it's wonderful. And there's a lesson with the Wacom tablets. And that there is one of the Spheros, and that's a Sphero running around, and they're programming it. It's very, very cool. Lots of different activities on the Technobus, and they're doing some typing in that picture over there. it's very, very nice. And this is a group of kids that we go to see all the time, and we teach them all sorts of different things. And they've done all those activities you just saw. So it's very, very wonderful.
And here we are today.
Tynker,
Sorry.
Tinkercad.
Yeah, that's Edward right there doing the talking. Eddie is like just amazing with as one of the instructors on the Techno Bus, and he also works inside of our UMake spaces and just does a really great job in presenting all of these different types of classes. And I really have to give my hats off to all of our staff, Dinah, Hector, Jaden, Ashley, you know, just wonderful staff we have who have such a wealth of knowledge, and you guys are going to get a chance to learn some stuff from them today. So let me stop talking and go ahead and turn it over to my team, and you guys have the floor. I will bow out and let you take over.
All right, let's get to it. So is everybody on this page on Tynker, tynker.com? All right. So this is just a suggestion. You don't have to, but we recommend using the website on Google Chrome because that seems to be where it runs most smoothly. But if you're using Safari, that's okay too. Google Chrome is just like a suggestion. But for now, if we're all on this page and you guys have your usernames and passwords that we sent out from the email, we're going to get ready to go ahead and sign in right there in the top right corner. So you sign in, we're going to be signing in as a student. And then you're going to be putting in your username and password to log in. We'll give you guys a moment to do that. All right, awesome. Is everyone with me so far? We're all signed in or following along? Let me know if you have any questions in the chat and we'll support you. All right.
Everybody, we have yes. Everybody seems to say yes.
All right, cool. So once we're here, if you've already signed into your account before and registered for our class, you should see a class that says Black Girls Code presented by UMake. But in case you don't see this here, we're going to show you how you can get to that. So on the left-hand side, there's a tab that says Classes, My Classes. I click on that. And then on the top right, in tiny little white letters right there, it says Join a Class. You're going to go ahead and click on that. And then here, we would provide you the class code, which is that one right there. So you can join the Black Girls Code class. We're going to leave that there for just a moment in case any of you need to write down the code. I need to type that in just to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Eva is asking, do we sign in as a student?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, and we're going to go ahead and copy and paste the class code into the chat as well, so you guys have that for reference. All right, perfect. So once you've typed in the code, you're going to click Join Class. All right. Once you do that, you should see Black Girls Code presented by UMake, this class that shows up. Once we have that in front of us, we're going to click on View Lessons. All right, so the lessons that we're going to be doing today is called Dragon Spells. You're going to see this big blue dragon blasting some ice over here. So we're going to go ahead and click on Start to get into that lesson. And then here you'll see that the lesson is divided into chapters. One really important thing that we're going to go over before we start coding into our first lesson is that when you jump into the lesson and start right away, it's going to have music playing in the background, and it tends to, depending on the volume settings on your computer, might be at full blast. So we're going to make sure that we turn off the sound settings just for the purpose of this class so you can hear our wonderful instructors all guiding you through this process. So the first one should be called Dragon Eggs. That's going to be the first class. So we're going to go ahead and click on Dragon Eggs.
So we have a couple of questions here, Jaden.
Oh.
One person is saying that they have their own account, but they don't see where it says to join class.
Okay. So if they're in the dashboard, On the left-hand side, there should be a tab that has an icon that looks like a little school that says My Classes. You have to go there first. We'll go back a little bit and go over it one more time. So My Classes. When you go to My Classes, it should say Join a Class on the left once you go into that tab. For now, we're just going to go ahead and start our lesson. Remember, the first lesson is going to be dragon eggs. So once the lesson opens up, again, this is just for the purpose of this class. We have to turn off the audio in case you guys are following along so you'll be able to hear us. On the top right corner, there's going to be these 3 little dots that you're going to click on, and it's going to bring a drop-down menu for the sound. Once you see that, there's a little switch where you can toggle the sound on or off. So just make sure to turn off the sound if you're following along with us so that you'll be able to hear our instruction. If you're doing this on your own in the future and you like hearing the music in the background, that's totally fine. It's not going to be an issue, but just for the purpose of this class, we would like you to turn the sound off just so you can follow along. Now that we've got our lesson in, we've got our sound settings set up, we're ready to jump right in. So now we get to pick our dragon. So which dragon do you guys want? Do you want Jasper, Grouper, or Harper?
Choose wisely.
Yes, let's vote.
Grouper.
1 for Grouper.
2 for Grouper.
I like green. That's my favorite color. I'm down.
All right. Looks like we're
Uh-oh, there's a tie. What do you guys think? I'm going to vote Grouper.
There it is.
all right. Seems like
You want to double tap?
we've got Jasper and Harper. So let's see. Looks like Grouper. It is.
Has the winning vote. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and hatch Grouper. Let's go in there.
Cute.
There he is. All right. So now that we've got our dragon, we've got our platform, we're ready to go. I'm going to hand it over to Hector to guide us from here.
All right. So the first thing we see when we go into this stage is you see a little dragon, and there's at the very top there's some instructions. So that's like the goal that we have to do. So if you can read along, it says get your dragon to jump up to the next platform to reach the treasure. And so basically when you're here, if you click anywhere on that screen, go ahead and click in, you're gonna see that there's a little pop-up menu that comes up with some instructions. Let's go ahead and X out of that so that you can see the screen. And this is the code. So basically there's a bunch of coding blocks, and if you see there's an orange one that says on start. So basically when we run the program, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. When you run the program, it's gonna follow whatever instructions you put. And the instructions are those purple blocks on your left-hand side. We can use other coding programs. If you look at the bottom left corner of the stage, we have other programs such as Python, which is a programming code. There is Swift, and there's JavaScript. So these are all different ways that you can program and code. But we're gonna keep it simple for now and just use basic coding blocks. And if you see at the top right, there's a little gray arrow. You can toggle between the coding stage and the actual viewing stage by clicking on that little icon. So what do you guys think we should do first? Actually, let's run the program and see what happens. If you click on the little orange button on the bottom right corner of the stage, that is to compile or run the program and see what happens. Let's go ahead and click it. And you see when you click it, nothing seems to happen. So the dragon is not moving. And so basically we have to give the commands. Let's go ahead and drag a walk block and put it right underneath the on start button. Let's try to run it again and see what happens. All right, so we got the little dragon to move, but we're still not able to reach the end. We got a little tip that we got to use the other command. So let's try the jump command and put it underneath. And let's run it again. So he takes a little step and jumps up. Perfect, he was able to reach the treasure. So now let's move on to the next lesson. And you're basically going to be leveling up throughout each stage. One thing I do want to mention is when it comes to coding and programming is that you're gonna get things wrong from time to time, and that's part of the process. So you're basically trying to solve the puzzle in a way, and you have to try things out and see what works and what doesn't work. And Ashley and Dinah are gonna show you this little level, and they're gonna explain to you how you can track down the progress and see where you get stuck. And in order to solve that, that's called debugging, because there's a little problem with the program that is not completing the whole process. So I'm gonna turn it over to Ashley and Dinah. And Ashley, you got the floor.
Hello, I'm Ashley, and
This is Dinah. We're gonna take you guys through some steps. You guys are gonna help us out on how to solve these next lessons. So please share your thoughts or what you think it might happen, what we need. So we're gonna need your help. So help us through the chat, okay? And
Yep.
Ashley is gonna be the one in control of this.
Yep, Dinah wants to learn coding too, so we're gonna help her out.
I mean, I'm not that bad. Okay? I'm not that bad, but I'm at your level. I'm like at your guys' level.
So, with this level, we're given another one. So we've already had walk. So we have eat and we have blast. So one way to find out what something does is you could just place it in. So let's say we want to figure out what eat does. We could just place it in right on start and we'll run the program to see what it does. So that right there, okay, it eats the fly. Why do you think we would need to eat the fly, Dinah?
I'm guessing because he needs to tear down that log in front of him.
Yeah.
So
if
he
it
needs
seems,
power.
Yep. So if it seems eat looks like it's the first one there. So in the chat, what do you guys think should be next? Should it be walk or should it be blast? Go ahead and type it out.
What do you guys think it's gonna be next? Walk.
Yeah.
We got one walk and we have one blast.
Exactly. Walk.
Blast, walk.
Blast.
Well, looks like it's mostly walk. All right.
So let's do a walk.
Let's put in a walk. And one thing you can do if you're not sure about any code, you can always run it even after you add a new line. So let's run this and see how close we are. So right there, we're eating and we're walking. All right, so that got us closer to the log. So now that we're closer to the log, do you think we'll be able to walk through it?
What do you guys think is gonna happen next? You guys gotta help me out here. So I see walk, blast, walk.
Yep,
but
that's what I'm seeing too.
Yeah, should we
let's
add?
give that a shot.
So this one from Zyla, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Eat, walk, blast, walk.
All right, let's put that in how Zyla says. So we've got eat, walk, blast, walk. So I'm gonna hit run. And I want you guys to look on the top left after I run the program. We're gonna see here how we see our code and it highlights each line in green. So every time something happens, if the program isn't complete or if there's something that's just off by a little bit, we want to keep looking at that side to see where the program went wrong. So here, it's going wrong a little bit at the end here at the final walk. Why is that?
It looks like we couldn't get to our treasure, guys. We need, what's the next step here? So Catherine had eat, walk, walk, blast. But now she's, one more walk.
One more walk.
Monroe, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
So let's take a look at this one.
Yeah.
And we made it to the treasure.
Ooh, yes.
Yep.
Good job, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so we're looking a different direction, but this looks kind of similar to one of our first ones, doesn't it, Dinah?
Yeah. So what do you guys think of what happened? What do we need to do first?
You can keep an eye here. You can always close it up to see what you need to do and open it back up. Walk,
Okay.
walk, jump. Let's try that out.
Let's
We've
try
got a
what
walk.
Catherine says. Thanks,
got a
Catherine.
walk.
Let's see.
And a jump. Thank you, Catherine. Now let's see what's going on. So we're walking.
Oh,
Ah,
oh, I think he hit his head. Poor grouper.
yeah, that would hurt. So
So
if he hit his head, it's a little hard to jump there, right?
Yeah. And even if you get it wrong, guys, that's okay. We're all learning here, and it's okay if we get it wrong. That just means that we
Yep.
just figure out another way that it's not correct, and then it gets us closer to what is correct, okay?
Yeah. So if you guys want to get rid of a piece of code that is there, maybe you put something in wrong, you can always click and drag, and there's going to be a trash can right over here.
Okay, so I have Monroe saying walk, jump, walk.
And Zyla
Catherine
says walk, jump, walk as well.
Yeah, and Catherine too. So let's do this.
All right.
Ooh,
I think this is going to be it.
walk.
Yes.
Yes, great job, guys. And look at the
Great job.
time.
Yeah, that was a lot faster.
1:26. This little guy's name, I named him Theo.
All right. So our instructions here to do a double jump. So what do you guys think we're going to end up doing?
What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. I'm gonna take a stab at this, and I'm gonna go with jump here.
All
'Cause
right,
we
I'll
can
put that in
jump.
for you, Dinah.
Right, thanks. Anybody who's gonna help me? Okay, so I have Catherine, jump, jump, walk. I have another jump, walk, jump, walk. Or what about what Boone said? Let's do jump, jump, walk.
Jump, jump, walk. Let's get that in. So we've got jump, jump, walk. So we want to hit play to compile or run the program.
Mm-hmm.
We keep an eye on each line and make
There goes
sure that the dragon is
Good
able to do what the line
Wow,
wants.
that was good.
And look at the time, guys. Look at the time. Yay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, there's Theo again. Good
All
job.
right, so now this one is going to be a mixture of everything we've got so far. So we've got walk, jump, eat, and blast.
Man.
And we want to make sure that we get everything in the right order. Because even
do you
if we put everything in, code may not be right because it's in the wrong order.
Mm-hmm. So give us a guess. What would be our first step? Or if you want to take a stab at just the whole entire code, I'm going to take the first one. I'm going to say walk.
All right, we've got Catherine saying walk, jump, eat, blast. Let's take a look at that in order.
Let's do what Catherine is saying. Thanks, Catherine.
All right.
Okay, Sabrina.
So we've walking. That's good. Jump. We're getting close. Eat. Oh.
Oh, no.
So you see there, he couldn't blast there. So that means we are having an issue with the blast.
Okay, Sabrina. Walk, jump, eat, blast, walk, walk. So we need, after the blast, we need how many? 2 more walks?
Everyone's saying about 1 or 2 walks after the blast.
Yeah.
We've got Zyla saying walk, jump, eat, walk, blast, walk. Let's take a look at that one.
Okay.
So we've got walk, blast, and walk. So we want to make sure that we've got everything right. So we've got walk, we've got our jump, eating. Now we're walking, blasting, and then walking once more. So we got closer that time.
We got a little closer, guys.
Yep. So it's always good to keep an eye on the left here and see everything with the green highlight once you run the program.
Just
so
like Sabrina said, a little walk, another walk.
Yep, another walk.
And just like Item, I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name.
So we got walk,
I think Autumn.
jump, and then the last 2 walks. All right, everyone.
Good job. Thanks, guys.
This is what you call
makes the dream
teamwork,
work.
right? I know. These guys are working together.
Teamwork.
All right. So we're going to have a new line of code this time. So
Yep.
this new line of code is turn around. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes when you're learning something with code, you're not exactly sure what that line does by itself. Does it just make the dragon turn around and in its spot, or does it make the dragon turn and take a step? So if you don't know what something does, you can always bring it in and run the program just to see what it does. So that way, once you know, then you know how to use it in the rest of the code.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we know what turnaround does.
So Catherine has a code here.
Yeah.
Let's do, we have another jump, turn.
Yep. Jump, turn around, and jump from Catherine and from Monroe and D. Boone. Thank you, everyone. You're helping us out so much.
Thanks, guys. And we got it.
All right.
Good job.
They made that look too easy.
No.
That was good though.
You guys are taking over.
All right. So we've got a little bit of a trick going on here. So this one, we eat the bug to make the dragon grow. Now, why do we want to make it grow? We could just jump over to the ledge, right, Dinah?
Yeah, I mean, but he might need a little protein, so maybe
Let's take a look. Let's see what happens if we try to jump. So it's too high for him.
Oh.
So he definitely needs to eat that little bug for protein.
Yep. So let's take a look. What do you think? We've got walk, jump, and eat. So we already know we've got to eat first. And then what do we got to do after that, everyone?
What's the next one? So
Monroe says jump is after.
Jump.
Eat, jump, walk. Eat, jump, walk.
Eat,
Looks
jump,
like everybody's on the same page with the eat, jump, walk.
Eat.
Yeah. Whoa, he grew.
Wow.
Yep.
Always important to get your nutrients.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right, so we kind of got through, figuring out the dragons, how to make the dragons walk and jump. We're going to be turning it over to Eddie and Hector, who are going to be going over a wonderful, cool process called debugging.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for helping me out. I really appreciate that. Now I feel like
I hope you were able to learn a bit, Dinah.
Yeah, I can master this on my own now. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
So when you finish the lesson, it'll take you back to that first page there that shows dragon spells. So you're going to want to click through to that again, and then you want to hit to make sure that you're on blast through. It might take you to blast through by itself, so you want to make sure that you see ice breath and that you end up with a screen that looks, it's loading a bit, my apologies, with a screen that looks like this one. All right, Eddie and Hector, you could take it away.
Hello.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. My name is Eddie, and this is Hector.
Hello, everybody.
Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So the process that we're going to be teaching you guys right now is called debugging. So debugging is the process of finding and fixing programming errors. Now we click anywhere to continue to go next, and what you're going to see is walk, eat, blast, and jump. So the first step when you are debugging is you want to be able to run the code so that you can see what it is that's going wrong. Just kind of what we've been doing before, but this time we're going to run it and just watch. And we know it's wrong, but we're going to see where it goes wrong.
All right. So he's walking and he's eating the little bug. Oh, I see. There's an issue where he seems to be blasting before the target. So what do you guys think we should be doing before we do the blasting?
Yes.
Go ahead and put it in the comments. Walk. Oh, I see Monroe says walk, eat, walk, blast, jump, walk, walk. All right, cool. So Eddie, let's show him how to see the code. And
So there are two ways that we can troubleshoot this. And one of the ways I like to do it, if it's something when you're trying to really figure it out, is we want to move the wrong code over to the right a little bit next to it. So we leave it on the screen so we can still see it. And then we put the new code underneath the start. So in this case, let us know what you think goes there and we'll do it. So we're gonna try and fix it by, yes, we still need to walk. What do you think, Hector? What do we need to do?
Well, it seems like the guys are saying, Monroe says walk, eat, then walk again, blast, jump, and walk twice. Let's see how that works out.
All right, so let's try it out. Let's compile.
And if you notice, what Eddie's doing is he left the old code to the right-hand side just to see what was the original code. And when we run the application by clicking on the bottom right button, the code on the right is not gonna run. So it's only whatever's underneath the onStart command.
Yes.
All right, we see the dragon. Oh, he blasted the little
Blast,
fire.
jump.
Oh, okay.
So somewhere it messed up, and it looked like it messed up. Well, if you don't remember or you forget where it messes up, I think it was in the jump. You run it again and you watch and you
So
follow
we got to the
along.
blasting.
And
I see.
right there.
Yeah, he seems to be far away from the edge.
A little far away. So you guys let us know how we can fix this.
Yeah, let's see what they
See
say.
what we need to
Blast.
do.
Okay, I see. Blast, walk, jump. That seems to be the. So we can switch the walk with the jump, and you can just click and drag the walk command and move it up. You don't need to delete all the code. Perfect. And then reconnect. Make sure everything's connected. Otherwise, it's not gonna run. Perfect. Let's give it a shot.
That looks good. Walk, eat, walk, blast, jump, and walk.
Perfect.
I think we got it. Great.
Yeah. So basically, the concept of debugging is correcting the instructions because something is not running properly. And so you want to try different things to see what works and what doesn't work. And like I said before, it doesn't matter if you get it wrong at first because you're trying to solve the puzzle. So you do have to have a little bit of patience. And Eddie, let's check this one out.
So in this case, we have a lot more code. So we really just want to leave the code there. Another way you can debug is not necessarily just, we work with the code that's already there. So we don't have to retype it, or in this case, move it over. So if the first step is, what is the first step, guys, that we want to do to debug? Just type it in the chat and see. Let's see if everyone remembers. Watch it run. There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
Let's click on that.
We watch it run and walk, turn around, walk.
Oh, he grew. Yeah.
And he jumps off the ledge.
Oh.
He decided to go the wrong way.
Went the wrong way.
Yeah. So there's obviously something wrong there. What should we correct, Eddie? What do you think it's go? Where did we end up missing the steps?
So I think, and I don't know, I see some stuff on the screen, but I think we have to jump. Let me see. Actually, let's ask everybody else here so they can help us, because we're here to learn just the same way as you. We're trying to figure this out. So
Silas said to delete one walk after you turn around.
Okay.
And fall off the edge.
So try that. Let's try that.
Yeah, that fall off the edge was a problem for sure.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm out of here."
All right.
So let's watch it and see where we are right here.
Okay. Some people are saying we need one more turnaround. So yes, that is certainly a possibility. Okay. Turning around, walking.
Walk.
And he didn't jump, so that's good.
Okay.
But we do need, yes, I think you're right. Who was it that mentioned that he needs to turn around?
He needs one more turnaround.
Monroe is the one who said, yeah, I think you're totally right, Monroe. Definitely want to turn around before we do the jump. And somebody says also walk after that.
Yep.
Oh, Catherine tapped in the whole thing.
Catherine typing the whole thing. So
Walk, walk, eat,
thank you,
turn around,
Catherine.
walk, turn around, walk,
So we
jump,
can
walk.
try that one out. And
All
see if
right,
it
yeah,
works.
Kathy. Yeah, you guys are helping us out that
Yes.
debug the program. Fantastic. Let's run it.
Let's run it. Walk.
Oh,
And now we click run.
we got stuck.
It's frozen. Something's going on.
Oh. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's try running it again. We had a little bit of a glitch. No worries. We'll run it again.
It's all right.
There we go. So he eats a bug and he grows. Walking back.
Walk,
There's the turnaround, Monroe. Fantastic.
jump, walk, and
Oh, we missed it.
Oh.
We're one step away, guys.
Someone said it too, that we need one
Yeah.
more walk.
One more walk. There
Somebody
we
did
go.
2 walks at the end, I think. Yeah, you guys were right. Yeah,
You guys
called
were
it.
right. You guys were right. And that's why it's a team effort here. So
Mhm.
we're all figuring this out together.
All right, perfect. Let's try this one out.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna get it. We were so close last time.
I think so too.
That's a lot of gold right there.
That's a lot of gold. The dragon likes his money. Fantastic. Ah, perfect. Excellent. It took us a while, but you know, sometimes it takes a while. So you do have to have a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
Eddie, you also want to
It was
mention
a little hard.
it was a little hard.
A
Yeah,
little
it does.
bit, a little
It
bit
does
hard.
get progressively more difficult.
And you'll notice as you keep going, I mean, we're only in lesson 2, and we're only gonna probably finish here to lesson 2, but you guys obviously go ahead and finish this and go another half an hour or so when we finish, you can see how this progresses, and you can take a break and keep going, and you know, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue. What do you think we're gonna do here? We have this jump, eat, walk, jump. So let's run it to see what it is, what's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
let's run it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's jumping.
Jumps.
He hit
Let's
the bug. Oh.
Oh, he hit his head.
Yeah, he hit his head.
He did go to the gold. He didn't hit the gold.
Yeah, I think he took an extra step before jumping up.
Yep. So let's see, what do we need to do here? We need to jump. That's the first one. That works. The eat works. But then somewhere after that, stop working.
Yeah, somebody says jump, eat, turn around. I don't think we had the turnaround on this one.
No.
No.
Mm-hmm. So after eat, maybe jump and then walk.
Jump, yeah. Another jump. And then maybe another walk.
Possibly, yeah. Let's put another walk just to be safe. Yeah, that treasure seems to be a little bit far off.
Right.
Perfect, guys. Let's run this one.
Jump, jump, walk, and walk. We got it.
Fantastic. Awesome
Great
job,
guys. Thank you.
You want to show them, Eddie, just how to see where they are? And the good thing is it tracks your progress.
Yes, let's do that. So if you want to take a break or you just want to come back tomorrow and finish, it always tracks your progress as long as you're logged in. So let's go up to Tynker up on the top, and we click on the upper left corner, and we can go back to the main menu. And you see here where it says drag and spell. Well, we'll go back to it. So here we have the lesson, and you can see in orange, it's where we were left off. So let's go back into it and there's another way you can also click and see where you're at. And it's right next to it. There's a little drop-down menu. If you click on Dragon Spells there, you'll see it will have what you've done, and you can go back to it, and then it'll have what you haven't done yet, which is kind of underneath there.
And yeah, you can always go back and see if you can improve on your time, you know.
Yes.
If it took you 4 minutes, now maybe next time it'll take you half of that time. So you can always repeat the lesson. So that's a very cool thing.
For sure.
And because you guys have your username and account, your passwords, there's a lot of different lessons. There's JavaScript if you're into JavaScript, if you want to do a little bit more coding. There's an HTML lesson. So there's multiple lessons in Tynker.
Yes.
So I think we're gonna throw it over to Jaden. Thank you so much, guys, for following along.
Thank you for
And I
following
hope you
along.
guys like the Tinker presentation.
And please keep going with this. As you know, if you want to keep trying to keep going, you know, that's what we want. We want to see you guys do that.
Yeah, coding can be fun. This is a lot of fun. This is like a little mini video game. And coding comes into play when you're trying to program a video game, whether it's for your iPhone or tablet or a console. So this is like the little baby steps that you guys are starting to take. Go ahead and over to you, Jaden.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
So let's take a step back and go back to our dashboard so we can see all of our classes. Since you guys are mentioning other types of coding like HTML and things like that, I'm going to show you where you can check out different difficulty settings if you even want to challenge yourselves a little bit. So when we're here on our dashboard, on the top right corner, you're going to notice a little gear there. So if you go ahead and click on that, it opens up this window that will ask you your experience level. And if you notice here, right now we're in beginner because this is an introduction. But if you click on coded before and go to intermediate, you'll notice that the ones that are highlighted in blue will give you different options. So once you get comfortable in the beginning stage and you're ready to move on to intermediate, you can start doing stuff with animation. There's some Minecraft activities, game design, robotics, and even multiplayer online games. And then if you go to coded a lot, once you get to a more advanced level, you can start jumping into other types of coding like HTML and JavaScript and Python like Eddie and Hector mentioned before. So that's just a little extra piece of information there if you guys want to challenge yourselves and play around with other games and try something a little harder once you get comfortable with the basics.
Can I just add that JavaScript is a language that's used to make websites and the internet do things. And so is HTML. HTML is part of the website, but JavaScript makes applications run. So probably most of Tinkercad was actually built in JavaScript. And Python is a language that's very versatile and it's used to do a bunch of different things. So they're different languages, just like English, Spanish, Chinese. They're all different languages that essentially do the same thing. They just have different places where they're used. In game design, you use a language called C# usually. That's what most games are built on, C# and a game engine called Unity. So all these different languages, there's so many because they have so many different applications depending on what you're doing.
Of course, and to piggyback off of what you're saying and bringing in careers into it, one of the many different avenues that you can go when introducing coding into a career choice is depending on what type of coding you want to do. You can either go into animation and video game design. You can go into web design, like learning how to create websites for businesses or even for yourself when you're building a portfolio. There's also computer programming, of course. So introducing these basics using the blocks can be a foundation to bring you into these other coding languages. And then depending on which way you want to go, you can implement coding in many different ways depending on your career choice. There's the more artistic route with animation and gaming, and then there's the more like computer programming route.
All right, cool.
Awesome. Autumn says that they're interested in animation. We got a couple of people interested in animation here in the chat. It's awesome. Super cool. So that being said, because you guys mentioned that some of you are interested in animation, we wanted to let y'all know that next week we're going to be doing another webinar using a website called Scratch. And in Scratch, we're going to be teaching you guys some animation basics. So for those of you that are excited about that, we're going to be doing that next week.
I use Scratch.
Oh,
awesome.
Nice. Fantastic.
I didn't know what Scratch was. I thought I was just going to scratch my arm or something. But no, that's coding too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Scratch,
know if...
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I don't know if Ash wanted to show a little example of some Scratch stuff. Seems like we
It
have a
might
tablet
be
open there.
sharing right now, I believe.
Yes.
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 But we
So
do
the
see
example
some.
here I have is, you know, I coded the stick figure to walk, dance, and wave hello.
Nice. Yeah,
It's really
very fun.
cool.
So we're going to go over how to be able to make your own characters and code the characters to do different things.
So if you guys are excited about that and interested, tune in next week because we're going to be covering that.
And then if I can jump in on what we have planned for June, like everybody is saying, our first class starting in June is going to be Scratch. And then, and Ashley, if it's okay, let me share my screen, please.
Yes, of course.
We're going to be doing some more animation stuff with art. And so Jaden and Dinah are going to be leading that. That's going to be our second week in June. And then the third week, we're going to be doing some audio, like for you guys who are into recording your own audio and music, we're going to be doing that. And then finally, to end up the month, we're going to be showing you guys something called Sam Labs. And you can see it here on my screen. I have like this short video pulled up. And Sam Labs is sort of like a, you know, STEAM to teach you guys about engineering, design thinking, using these blocks like these that you see on your screen. Also like what they call the Internet of Things, which is using the internet and Wi-Fi to connect to different things. Like, you know, let's say you have you know, what do you call that thing where you press like Siri on your phone and Siri, you say, Siri, call my mom, you know, and it will do that. I better not say that because if I say it too loud, it'll actually do it. But, you know, like everything is connected now to the internet, whether it's your lights in your house or the thermostat or, you know, automated cars. So this is what Sam Labs teaches you. So we're going to be also teaching you guys about that as well during the month of June coming up. So another thing that we're going to be doing, let me get out of sharing my screen. Well, I'll let the video play a little bit. But another thing that we're going to be doing, guys, is sending everybody a survey after this class. So you'll probably get it like in a day or two, like on this weekend. So we do want you to fill out the survey and just let us know how you guys have been enjoying our classes. Have you enjoyed them? And, you know, do you want to see more classes like these? Do you want to stay on our mailing list? I'm kind of interested to know now, if you guys want to type into the chat, like, do you want to keep getting emails from us and stay on our mailing list? Let us know. And also, do you want to join the Black Girls Code mailing list also? Because we're going to be, you know, giving you the opportunity to get on their mailing list also. So I'm seeing a couple of people saying yes. Zyla and Autumn are saying yes, that they want to be on our mailing list. So we'll make sure that we keep you guys on our mailing list if it's okay. If you don't want to keep getting our emails and coming to our classes, let us know and we'll take you off the mailing list. But we're very excited to be coming up with next month's classes with Scratch, with our DIY animation art project, and our audio music class, and then wrapping it up with our Sam Labs class. So what do you guys think? How have you enjoyed our classes? Autumn says that she enjoys drawing. That's cool. And yeah, Autumn likes them. Noah says cool. Zyla thinks that they're fun. Okay, good feedback. So we really just want to, we're going to wrap it up here, but you know, thank you again to our wonderful library staff, Ashley, Dinah, Jaden, Hector, and Edward for presenting all of these wonderful classes. And we really want to say thank you again to Denise and to Leonard and everybody from Black Girls Code. We really have had a wonderful time with this partnership this month. And we want to keep going with you guys from Black Girls Code. So if you guys ever want to continue to do anything, just please let us know. We love this collaboration, and thank you, Denise, for hooking us up.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all like providing us with the opportunity to collaborate, and we're looking forward to some of the new things that y'all have rolling out within this next month. And just exciting. We do appreciate this time, and we appreciate everybody coming out today.
Yeah, this was awesome. You guys, library team, clapping for you. You guys, this was awesome. Like I had fun. I'm like, I gotta get my boys to. I'm gonna go show my boys Tinker now. So this was great. Thank you.
We'll be getting this video out to you sometime, if not this weekend, then by like Monday. So just you guys know that we have our YouTube page, so you can always go to our YouTube page, which is, I'm putting it in the chat room right now, You Make Miami. So that's where you can go to our Instagram and our YouTube and our Facebook, and you can see all of these videos because we're posting them there so that you guys can come back in case you miss something. You can always go and check it out on our YouTube pages. So thank you so much, because you know what? If it wasn't for you guys, the teenagers and the children who are coming into our classes, we'd be here by ourselves. So we really appreciate you guys coming and supporting us, and we're here to support you. So keep the ideas coming and let us know what you want to see in the future, okay? All right, so we're gonna say goodbye and thank you. And
Thank you
everybody
so much, guys.
stay safe.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye. Hope to see
Bye,
you all.
everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Make sure you tell your friends about this fun stuff that you're learning.
Bye.
And don't forget, anything you make, you can send it to us.
Yep. And we'll
Yeah.
post it on our social media proudly. Have a good one, guys. Have a lovely weekend.
You too. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Black Rose Code. Thank you, Denise.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.